Welcome back to the Glacier Guys podcast. I'm Ethan Alesha.
And I'm Joey Fernandez.
And today we have a very special guest. We have Gavin Quinlan from the Marine baseball team. Gavin, thanks for coming on.
How's it going? Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. Just to get started, how long have you been playing baseball?
I've been playing baseball my whole life. I've been associated with Elsa Little League for since maybe I was 5 playing t-ball all the way up, and then I stopped for a little bit after I finished AAA because just stopped playing, and then I got back into it in high school and played ever since.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know we grew up playing against each other and stuff like that. Do you think that's where your competitive spirit grew, or?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Just always playing baseball in all the sports that I've always played in, especially having older brothers. They always push me to, have that competitive edge.
Mm-hmm. And then besides baseball, did you play any other sports growing up?
Yeah, I played basketball. Basketball was my other main sport that I like to play. I played that at Apollo and LSIP. Then I played that all throughout high school, middle school. And then I just played, I always joined those little, rec leagues, soccer rec leagues, those leagues. I was always active.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay. So when would you say you started taking baseball seriously?
I started taking it seriously my junior year of high school on varsity, my first year on varsity, because that was when I realized I didn't start the first 3 games, but then right after that, when I became a starter and I realized I'm a junior as a starter on varsity, that's when I realized I can actually do something with this.
Mm-hmm. And what was your position in high school?
I was an outfielder and I was gonna play center, but we had Tommy Doherty.
Okay.
And then I got moved to right field.
Okay,
Gotcha.
Yeah. I remember playing against you back in high school. So how would you describe your experience just in general, playing for Shepherd?
Oh, it was fun. It was a great experience, great coaching, great teammates, too. I love the team that we had. Sadly, we didn't get to have a senior year. That got ended close. We were going to have a great team, too. But, yeah.
Did you guys have any games that senior year?
No, we were supposed to go to Myrtle Beach that year, too, on our trip.
Wow.
But we were going to have in March, right? That's when.
It was mid-March, right, when everything got cut off.
We were planning out going to Myrtle. We got all of our rooms, who we were staying with, and then our games would have started. I think we were going that spring break, so it would have been the last week of March. We would have started games, but it got cut short because COVID. And we raised all that money, too. And now we didn't even get to use it.
That's crazy.
That's brutal.
I know.
How would you describe your baseball experience playing against Richards High School, my alma mater?
Those were always the best games. No matter what sport, no matter what you were playing, no matter if you were watching it, those were always the best games because it was most competitive.
100%.
It's like a White Sox-Cubs game. You always want to have the competitive edge.
Honestly. Anytime there was a Shepherd Richards event, it was always a big deal.
Yeah. And then, it never came out in our favor, but always had fun doing it.
Would you describe the Shepherd-Richards rivalry? Was it more competitive, would you say, in basketball or baseball?
I would say it's more competitive. I would say basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah. I just feel like basketball is more of a bigger sport to watch. It's many people didn't come out to baseball games. I would even say football is a big sport to play. That was probably the biggest.
Yeah.
But basketball, I would say it's bigger than baseball because not everyone came out to baseball because it was always during the week. It was Tuesday or Thursday at 4:30.
I just remember our senior year, when Shepherd was at Richards and we all stormed the court after at the last second win.
Yeah, that was.
And then there was a fight after and the cops.
I was on the bench for that game.
That was just pure havoc.
Gets personal,
yeah.
But that was definitely a strong rivalry. I'd say.
Yeah. So, were you recruited by Marine coming out, or did you just walk onto the team or try
I was
out
recruited.
Okay.
My senior year when COVID hit, I got a call in April. It was Coach Dennehy, and then Coach Webb was also on the line too. They were "Yeah, we like what you're doing and all, and we'd like to offer you a scholarship." And I was shocked because I didn't have a senior year. I didn't know what to expect. So that happened, and then I was I need a week to think about it. I was probably gonna go to Marine anyway, do my gen eds and all that.
Yeah.
Figure something out, and then it happened, and
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you get any basketball looks or from any schools or college or anything?
That's where I kind of messed up because my senior year I was so focused on baseball that I told my coach put it on all the other guys. I want to focus on baseball. But I feel like I could have done something with basketball, but I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much as I'm with baseball right now.
Gotcha. That's fair.
So I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, I got you. Just your first year at Marine and everything, just coming in. I know there was COVID, but how was that experience? Would you say?
Oh, it was tough. Coming in, literally didn't get like usually like when you come to the team, you get like walkthrough to the school, get everything. Because of COVID, you didn't have any of that, so I didn't know where to go for anything. I was like a little scared. Like it felt like freshman year of high school. You're walking all the big dogs. So yeah, I mean with COVID, we had started off with pods. There was like 6 people to a pod. There was 2 pods each practice. We had like a 3:30 practice and a 4:30 practice during the fall. We only practiced for a month too.
Okay.
So going in, you don't really know anybody.
Right.
And then even after that, you still don't know anybody because you only know those 6 people in your pods.
Right.
Like it was tough to like get to know people and build that chemistry.
Yeah, I was about to ask, like team chemistry. It had to be hard to just build that with the whole team.
Yeah,
you know?
it was tough. And then once winter hit, we started going into G. Started like kind of like got lifted up a little bit. Had to wear a mask and all that. But yeah, it was. We started earlier this year, and I feel like that's what's going to help us during the season.
For sure.
Were you always recruited to be a pitcher only, or did you think you were going to play other positions
I thought
also?
coming in, I thought I was going to play outfield.
Okay.
But first day, I got PO'd, and I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
I told them like after the end of freshman year that I was going to try out to be an outfielder for this year, but then I fell in love with pitching. I mean,
Yeah.
I like to say I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I enjoy it. So why not keep doing it?
The PO life is underrated also.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
You had it, right?
Yeah.
PO life is amazing.
Did you do any pitching in high school at all at any level?
I pitched
or?
a few games.
Okay.
Probably like maybe 3 games my junior year. But I mean, that's all. But like coming in as a lefty, like you have a big advantage.
Oh,
so
100%.
I'm a lefty, so you have a big advantage against all the competition.
100%.
Your tail and your curveball and all
Yeah.
that.
Everyone loves being a crafty lefty.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Thanks, Dad.
Let's see. Just outside of that first year, like how has COVID really affected you guys this year going in?
This
Like, do you
year?
still have to wear masks? How's that going?
No, not really. Probably one of the biggest things, maybe like the vaccine that people had to get. I know we lost a few people because of that, but
Oh, really?
yeah,
Okay.
we lost a few people. But other than that, I think it's pretty much the same as like any other. No mask, everyone's vaccinated. Get to go out. We're finally outside, and we finally have a baseball field that we can practice on, which is nice.
Yeah, the new field.
The new
That's
field,
right.
yeah. So it's nice.
Did you have like what was your role kind of with the team your first year? Did you play a lot? Like,
First
how did
year,
that go?
I did not play a lot. I probably had maybe 3 appearances, but I knew that going into the season.
Yeah.
I'm usually an outfielder. Literally my first year pitching at all levels, especially my first year of college.
Yeah.
So I knew going in that I would have to learn. So I learned from everyone else around me. And I feel
Okay.
like that's what made me the pitcher I am today.
Okay, yeah.
Gotcha.
So it was kind of like a developmental year.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha. Makes
That's good.
sense. Do you have any goals like specifically coming into this season for yourself? Would you say?
I just want to be a dominant pitcher. I just want to help the team win. That's all I want to do.
Gotcha.
Do my job when I'm out there.
Gotcha.
Is there any specific aspects to your pitching approach that you've worked on specifically this offseason, or just all around?
My changeup. My
Okay.
changeup has improved a lot, and I feel like that's come from my guy Steve Stone, White Sox announcer. He always talks about a changeup, but I finally developed a changeup. I started throwing it last year, and I had no movement on it.
Okay.
And then this year in the fall, I finally developed that feeling for it, and it's the best pitch, one of the best pitches I have.
Okay. So what else do you have in your repertoire as far as pitches go?
I have a 4-seam fastball, I have a curveball, slider, and then a changeup.
Okay. Interesting. What would you say you lean on mostly to work off of?
Lately this year, I've been working on my changeup. I
Okay.
feel like I can throw that in for a strike whenever I want, and it has nice movement with it because my fastball tails that way and my changeup goes the other way. So it's
Gotcha.
nice and it's good to see it by the batter.
You mentioned starting off-season work kind of earlier this season as opposed to last year. When did you guys start doing that?
We started in the summer actually, which was nice. We started like towards the end of June. Like it wasn't consistent. It was only like once a week.
Okay.
But getting out there, like playing, doing
Yeah.
stuff is nice.
Just
to get
knocking a
ahead.
little bit of the rust off.
Yeah, and then right when the school year started, we were right into practices. We just ended because of the weather. We ended at the end of October.
Okay.
Now we're doing 6 a.m. workouts, which is nice to get bigger. And
How often are you guys working out?
every day.
Every day.
Every day, yeah. It's nice. I actually really like it.
That's good.
So how's the team's relationship with the coaching staff as far as like how they communicate and stuff?
I feel like it's good. It's really good. We always talk. We have Discord, so we're always talking in that whenever someone has a question. I want to give a shout out to our pitching coach. He's always there for us. He's there every practice, especially Webb and even Hugh. They're always there. it's nice to see them out there and supporting us and giving us confidence.
And even just like since you guys were able to start off-season and stuff, is the team chemistry, would you say, better this year as opposed to last year?
100%, because everyone knows each other. Like we all know like how we play because we scrimmage each other already. Like it's nice to see that.
Do you guys have any returning like sophomores from last year that gained a year of eligibility?
Oh yeah, we have Luke Bentley and we
Okay.
have Ryan Grand.
Okay.
Those are our third years.
Cool.
They're both pitchers too, so.
Interesting. So, do you have any plans, or would you like to continue your career after Moraine as far as playing baseball?
We'll see what happens. See how the season goes. I mean, that's the end goal to see where you can go as far as you can. But
Yeah.
I mean,
And with
We'll see.
gaining a year of eligibility, would you consider coming back to Moraine
I
for a year?
don't think I'm gonna come back.
No.
No, I don't think so. I mean,
Gotcha.
worst comes to worst, we'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
I'm never gonna put it out. But
Exactly.
right now, I
When
doubt
does
it,
your
no.
guys' actual season start this year?
So it's weird. So I'm pretty sure our coach just said that February 4th is our first game.
Really?
At John Logan, but it's like a 3-game stretch or something like that, and then we don't have another game till like March.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought you
That's
usually
what I heard.
start
I don't
in
know.
March.
I don't want to confirm that, but that's
Yeah.
weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, you guys
I
be
don't
playing
know.
in bear weather.
Yeah, I know. They're done.
On Super Bowl Sunday, they'll have a 3-game stretch.
For
right
real.
For real.
there. Outside of that, we can move into some Chicago sports if you want to.
Whatever works.
The Bulls have been electric this
Oh,
year.
I love the Bulls.
Let's talk about that.
They are inspirational. All I'm seeing is red. It's insane. That's all I see.
Yeah, I mean, especially with a lot of our off-season moves being downplayed, especially by the media and stuff like that.
DeMar DeRozan, let's talk
yeah,
about that.
like
Come
Bleacher Report. Come on, what are you guys doing?
Ranked it as an F.
Yeah.
An
Worst-
F signing.
on. Worst offseason move, and he's been electric ever
Yeah.
since. we
He's
signed him.
averaging, what is he averaging, like 26?
Yeah,
He's
something
around
like that.
there.
He's
Yeah.
averaging 26. Levine's averaging 25.
Yeah.
Lonzo's dishing him the ball. I mean, Vucevic, he needs to get a shot going now.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
That's one guy
100%.
who needs to get a shot going. But
Yeah.
other than that, Io DeSumio,
Yeah. He's
great.
been killing
he's
it.
a beast.
I
I,
know.
love him. He's fearless. He's
From
Yeah.
Chicago, too.
yeah,
That's
he's
the
fearless.
best
You
part.
see he's getting his jersey retired at Illinois.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
January
think that's
6th.
that's happening soon.
Yeah, that's. I mean, once Kobe White finds his footing a little bit too off the bench, I think they're going to be electric together playing
Mhm.
against second unit players.
And the only thing that's been slowing us down, like as of late, is like in the last 8 days we've had 4 players go into protocol. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty. It's
It's
pretty
just- it's
ridiculous.
frustrating
how many
more
players
than
are in
anything.
protocol right now.
Mm-hmm. We
I mean-
signed Stanley Johnson. Like
He was on the team in the preseason, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not. He's
it's all right.
Yeah, he was a all-time draft bust. But yeah,
yeah. Hopefully he comes through.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, at least we still like that's what's good. Like we're missing DeMar, AC,
Mm-hmm.
who are
Derek Jones
Javonte-
Jr., Javonte Green. Yeah.
Matt Thomas.
Matt Thomas.
Yeah, it's just
What
a lot of
guy.
our depth,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it's-
that's true.
it's kind of like it reminds me of like the Bulls from years past where Zach LaVine has to pick up more slack than usual, but
Exactly.
he's got Zoe with him
exactly.
though. So
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not too bad. It could be worse.
And it's just nice for Zach not having to do as much as he had before.
No,
you
yeah,
know what I
exactly.
mean?
And
Like,
he's still doing the same thing
I
as he
know.
was, which is insane.
Yeah, he's still
just
killing
more
it.
efficient.
Mhm.
Yeah, it just a lot of years past his downfall was trying to do too much and just trying to take over the game.
well, it's not
himself.
like, I mean, he didn't have a choice. Like,
yeah,
he,
he had nobody to lean on.
he had nobody
you know?
around him.
Because Lowry was always too hesitant in the
Oh,
late
yeah.
game situations. So we have other guys that are willing to take that big shot now.
Oh, yeah,
so.
Denzel Valentine.
Oh yeah,
Let's
he
not
was
talk
chucking.
about
Don't
Oh,
get me wrong.
my
He was
Lord.
Him
chucking.
and Markkinen are both on Cleveland now, right?
Yeah, they
Mhm.
both got traded.
Mm.
That's why we got smoked last night.
Yeah, they got the last laugh.
That was a bad game.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
it's
what
fine.
happened?
We have-
It's
Yeah,
a long season.
I was excited about the Nuggets win. That was what. I
Oh
was
yeah,
proud
that was
about.
that was
Oh,
awesome.
yeah. We
With-
That was insane.
Yeah, we beat them. We had a good win, even without Jokic. They're still a good team, and then we beat them with Jokic too. And it's just
And we were shorthanded
it's
too.
nice
Yeah.
to see. Yeah,
I was shocked that we were shorthanded and we pulled away like that.
yeah, and we handled the Nets pretty well too.
Oh, yeah.
in both the games that we played them. So
Mhm.
I'm feeling pretty
Yeah,
good
what
right
a
now.
shot by Lonzo at the end of
Oh
that.
my,
What
that
a-
was electric.
What a guy.
Honestly,
With the NBA 2K celebration at the
Oh,
end
yeah.
too.
you know, LeVar is just like smiling
He's-
right now.
Everyone was hating on him. Now they're all
Clearly,
seeing.
he's a great dad.
Wasn't he wearing that hat? It was like I told you.
Yeah,
so, or
that's
something
what
like
he
that.
said.
Yeah.
Court-
When
Courtside at
Lonzo,
the
when
Bulls
Lonzo
game.
got drafted, he said when one of his other sons get drafted, he's gonna be wearing a hat that says "I told you so." And when LaMelo got drafted, he had the hat that said "I told you so."
Oh
He's a
my
man of his
gosh.
word.
Yeah, and LiAngelo's up soon too. We'll see,
Yeah,
but his
Hopefully.
his minutes
would
been
be-
fluctuating a little bit. But
Yeah. That would be insane though if all three of them were in the league at the same time.
Bring him to Chicago.
That would be
Yeah.
nuts.
I would love him.
He's playing G League for the Hornets, right?
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Okay.
He's had some decent games actually. But another thing I wanted to say was I think the big test for us as far as the Eastern Conference teams is when we play the Bucks, because inside I really don't know what we're gonna do against Giannis. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna need some Lonzo and AC pickpockets on the double teams a lot, because I don't think Vooch is gonna match up very well.
I don't either. I mean, Vooch
I don't think anyone matches up good against him.
Vooch is a good big
Vooch.
man, but especially him with still trying to find his consistency this season and everything. And I mean, Giannis is basically the most unguardable player in the
and
league
he's just
right
not
now.
that much of a presence inside, especially. So that's gonna be tough. I really don't know
We need to sign
exactly how
another
it's gonna
big
go.
man.
Yeah, we need
another
Honestly,
big man.
yeah.
We need one.
because our best matchup against him right now is probably like Tony Bradley. So.
Don't want that. They'll probably put Derrick
How-
Jones Jr. on him.
Yeah, honestly.
How are the Bucks doing right now? Are they, like,
not all that
struggling.
great, but they're still
struggling.
They're
Yeah.
still a scary team though.
They're still in the playoffs, but they're struggling. I believe they're the sixth or seventh team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when I saw them like a couple days ago. That's what they were at. But
Yeah, it's the Sixers and the Bucks. It's really the teams with good presence inside that scare me, because we can hang on the.
Embiid.
Yeah, exactly. We can hang on the perimeter as far as the defenders go and stuff like that, because AC and Zoe are really elite at that. But besides that, I don't know. We don't have much of a shot blocking presence or anything like that, or anything that really scares
And
me.
we
So-
lost to the Sixers earlier this year, right?
Twice.
Twice.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
scare me.
So
They scare me a lot.
Yeah. And
Even
then-
without Big Ben.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, we did well against Julius Randle though, so that was pretty nice. But that was a lot of Zoe coming around on the double teams and stealing the ball and stuff. So
I'm excited though. We'll see. I mean,
yeah,
this is just from the last couple of seasons. Like this is
It's
it's unreal.
We're the 2 seed right now.
Yeah, we're a
Yeah.
half game out from the Nets, even after
Exactly.
the
We
loss
Then we
last
play
night.
Miami tomorrow.
yeah. It's nice to see that we can even hang. That's all I wanted to
It's
see
nice
is
to
that we
have a
can
team
hang.
at the moment.
Yeah.
Without
Exactly.
like the White Sox playing that you can watch.
I
That's
know.
enjoyable. I mean, the Blackhawks, they're in and out.
Yeah.
I mean, I can still enjoy watching them.
Yeah.
especially under Derek King now.
Oh, the King we trust.
Yeah.
What a-
Dude, Colleton, he couldn't have gone any quicker, man. That was so brutal.
Thank the Lord.
Honestly.
Yeah, it was like a Dave celebration when he was gone. But
It was funny because they signed him on the same day they released him.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah.
didn't know that. That's pretty
I
funny.
think it was November 6th. They signed him, and then 1 year later, or how long did they have? How long was he the coach?
2
It
years.
was a long
3
time.
years?
I was maybe 2 years.
19, I think.
Yeah, because
Sounds
Quenneville, Quenneville missed the playoffs 1 year. I think that was the 2018-ish, and then
Yeah.
the next year he got off to like a 4-4 start, and they just pulled the plug on him.
Yeah. Because
And then
we
Colleton took over, and then he was the coach for
were the end, like the rest of 19,
Uh-huh.
and then 20. They got like
That's when we made the playoffs.
Yeah,
kind
we
of.
that was
we beat
amazing.
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
beat
yeah, yeah.
We beat
McDavid.
the Oil-
Yeah,
we beat the
yeah,
Oilers.
Yeah,
that was
awesome.
electric.
And then we got
And then we got
beat by
smoked by
Leonard.
by Leonard after we traded him.
Yep, exactly.
the Knights.
And then this year, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, that was brutal.
But you want to go to the Bears?
Yeah, we could talk Bears a little bit.
With what there even is to say at this point.
Watching Nagy's press conferences just it takes
Well,
years off my life.
I mean, you could play the press conference, the same press conference from like, I don't know, week 7 of 2020, and I probably wouldn't even tell the difference. It's literally the
Honestly.
same thing every
it's
week.
Literally, have you guys ever seen that SpongeBob meme where he's got the missing and he's looking at himself and he's trying to look for it?
Yeah.
That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, we're all the problem. Dude, you're the problem.
Honestly.
Like,
It's,
insane.
it's like the movie Groundhog Day. It's literally
No, yeah,
like-
it's the same thing
it's
over
like
and
the
over
waking up
again.
to the same song every
Just
day.
literally.
I just see the tweets by the Bears community get more and more aggressive as the weeks go by.
Yeah, like
We gotta pick the pieces up, find the problems, and then move on.
Yeah, I know it's wrong, but I've never seen so many people celebrate COVID when Matt Nagy got it.
Oh
which is-
my gosh,
Dude,
yeah,
Bears
that's how
played
you know.
So good that game too. I mean, they might have lost, but
Yeah.
they played good. They were moving the ball. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. So, do you guys think Ryan Pace or Matt Nagy are like attached together as far as like one of them goes, both of them go?
I would say so. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I think I agree.
because I feel like Nagy was like Pace's main like project. You know what I mean?
It's because most GMs don't get 3 head coaches. That's kind of
Yeah.
how I see it.
Mhm.
So like I don't really see a head coach really being enticed by wanting to come with him.
So Pace has had who was his first?
John Fox.
Okay, and
And then Matt Nagy, and then he
Oh yeah.
most
Okay.
most GMs
I thought you were
wouldn't
saying
get a
he
third
already
guy.
had.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, did he Tressman?
No.
That's what I was thinking. I thought it was
I'm like,
Tressman.
no way he's
No,
been
no.
here that long.
He messed up too, so why would he get a third?
Yeah.
Almost in a way,
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he needs to go.
He's done a decent job in certain aspects, like as far
like the
as
2018 season.
yeah, like late in the drafts, some decent free agent signings, but he just never really got the quarterback right in time. With getting he never got the quarterback head coach duo.
I think he got the quarterback right with Fields, but
it's a little
at this
too late.
point, I was about to say it's too late for Nagy.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. So it's like that's the key in the NFL nowadays is you need a good quarterback and a good head coach, and that can compensate for other areas.
Even the
but-
reports of like Nagy losing the locker room, like it's it's brutal.
Yeah.
He should have been. I was hoping that they lost on Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah,
I
same.
was praying.
Yeah,
and he would have been.
And
he
we
would've
were
been
so
gone.
close to losing that game.
That's the sad reality. A lot of
Well-
people are rooting for us to lose just because of that, and I can't even blame them. Honestly, we
Yeah.
don't even have a first round pick,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
like, what
They're not-
do you even root for at this point? You
I
know?
don't know.
They're not gonna fire him, so it's
Yeah.
just gonna be the same thing. I mean, this is gonna be probably the last game I'll watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives
prime
me
time.
Yeah.
It gives me old White Sox rebuild vibes where you just watch to see like Yohan Moncada or Eloy. You're just watching for the certain players,
You have
just
that
to
one
just to
play
see
and you're
them
just like,
develop.
let's
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
Literally
Gets you hyped for the
outside
future.
of like Fields, Roquan, and Montgomery. I mean, Robert Quinn's having a great year too.
Yeah, but
that's
he's on the
just-
older side.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
what I'm
like,
saying.
When we're good
Darnell
again, it's
Mooney?
even around. Yeah,
Yeah,
a
Mooney's
beast.
Mooney's actually doing really good too. I forgot to mention that.
I like him.
I'm high on him for
yeah,
sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think he's a really solid number 2 wide receiver. I don't think
Mhm.
he'll ever be that number 1 guy, but he's a real solid piece that you can build.
Yeah, but
around.
this year we haven't even had our wide receiver one. Like Robinson has been inexistent, even with injuries and everything. When he was been
Yeah.
playing, he was like missing in action. You know.
Yeah, a lot of it seems. I don't know. He's really not created much separation this year. I don't know if it's due to him running the most hitch routes in the league or if it's him just being unmotivated. I don't know what it is.
I think it's a combination.
Yeah,
of both.
I think he's done after this year.
Yeah.
He does not like the Bears.
Oh no, he's so
He's
gone.
super like nonchalant about it always too, and it's
Yeah.
just like
If he wanted his money though, he probably should have signed last offseason though, because I don't know. I think he'll still get the bag,
I
but
think, yeah.
he's not getting paid $20 million a
No.
year. I'd
No.
be shocked if he
after
gets
this
that money.
season, he kind of I don't know. He screwed
He
himself.
fumbled
a
it a
bit.
little bit, but I don't know if it's all his fault.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I mean, with our O line and just we're not really a pass first team. I'd say
No,
you know.
We've had some decent run blocking, but our pass protection has not been all that.
Yeah, it's
great.
horrendous.
Terrible.
Yeah.
We could talk about that Browns game if you.
I
if you
don't
wanna bring
even
that
want
up.
to talk.
I'll pass.
What was the average seconds that he had? Wasn't it like .82?
Something
Fields,
like
did he
that.
have,
It
like,
was
that average.
It was one of the
pocket?
worst games in
And
modern
he got
football
he got
history, I
sacked
think.
10 times around.
Yeah.
there?
9 times.
Miles
That's
Garrett. That was a
insane.
Miles Garrett stat pad game. But
Yeah, that was actually
That was
brutal.
sad. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what we need to work on. We need to get a wide receiver core. Need to get some DBs, and then we need to get first O-line.
Mhm.
O-line
Yeah.
is priority.
It's been a priority for how
I
long
don't
now,
know.
and it's
Yeah.
just
I mean, we
nothing's
drafted
changing.
that
Tevin
second-
Jenkins,
Yeah, and
yeah.
then he got back surgery.
yeah, he's
So-
back now though, so I'm kind of curious to see how he does. You know, we got that right tackle Larry Borum out of Missouri too.
Mhm.
That he's done decent in the Steelers game. He held T.J. Watt down pretty well for
Mhm.
as much as you can hold T.J. Watt down.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty interested to see.
And didn't we have back-to-back weeks where game-winning drives just were useless because we ended up losing the game?
Yeah,
Oh,
It was
the Pittsburgh game.
The
The
Pittsburgh
defense gets
game,
drive down
and then
consistently at the
there
end
was
of games
another
this
game
year.
too that
I
we.
think it was the game right after it.
Baltimore.
Yeah,
It was
Baltimore.
Yeah, because I was at that game. It was pretty encouraging to see Tyler Huntley just do what he wanted.
Didn't even
but-
get to see Lamar.
yeah,
Their
no.
backup quarterback.
Yeah,
And we still lost.
I was at the tailgate, and I was like, "Oh, Justin's out. Oh, Lamar's out. Why am I here?"
Yeah, that sucks.
yeah, but
Oh, that's good.
some decent stats, I guess. Some positives. Roquan's 5th in the league in total tackles.
Mhm.
Uh,
And he's
Ro-
second in total or solo tackles. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, and then and Robert Quinn leads the NFC in sacks with 12.
Yeah. He's kind of been a surprise after last year
yeah.
when he did nothing. You know?
Yeah, I'm starting to think that he was hurt because he said that, and a lot of people said that, but everyone was kind of like, "That's kind of
They're
BS,
like, whatever.
probably." But
yeah.
I mean, I kind of believe it. I
Yeah.
mean,
Especially after what he's doing this year.
Yeah, exactly. And then David Montgomery is averaging 2.1 yards after contact per rush, which is ahead of guys like Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon, and Aaron Jones. So
it's pretty impressive.
It's pretty promising.
I think he's top 10 in the league running back.
Honestly,
healthy,
skill-wise,
it's insane.
He's one of the best at making something out of nothing.
Yeah.
You know, he
just breaking tackles.
It feels like he really never gets tackled for a loss, which is something Khalil Herbert does pretty well too, which I like him a lot.
Yeah, I'm pretty high on him too.
Guy.
As a young running back, he's not bad.
Yeah, our running back core has definitely not been the issue. Say that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just everything else besides that.
For sure. I mean, we mentioned the Blackhawks a little bit, but so they had a 1-9-2 record under Colleton, and then they've been 8-5-0 under Derek King ever since. That's not amazing, but it's good. You know what I mean? It's solid.
I mean, yeah, if you have that win percentage the whole year, we're contending for a playoff spot.
Yeah.
I mean, even probably in one. So
I looked before. We're 10 points out from the wild card on Vegas.
That's not terrible.
It's not bad.
No.
For where we started.
Yeah, and
it's
fairly early in the season too, so it's like. Yeah.
We got time to.
You win 5-6 in a row, and it's a different season at this point.
No, honestly, especially this early.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, all it takes is a good stretch, you know. So, I mean, do you think King sticks around? Do you think he has a shot at least?
I think he has a shot. If we can continue to be above average, I'd say.
Okay.
Then we could stick around for sure.
That's completely fair. I feel like he deserves an opportunity to state his case at least, you know, after the season with the other candidates.
Kane to Brinkett.
Hold on. Yeah, I seen this assumption about Marc-Andre Fleury. I don't know if it's true, but they said many believe Marc-Andre Fleury will be traded for contender.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
Is that true? I didn't know about that.
I've seen rumors for the past week about that.
That's the first time I've seen that.
I mean,
he's been doing amazing.
Yeah.
He started off slow, but after he's
100%. He had 14 goals against in an 8-game stretch, which is like fantastic.
Yeah, it really depends if the front office thinks that we have a chance. You know,
well,
if not, then they're going to sell off veteran pieces.
It reminds me a lot of the Robin Leonard situation.
Yeah,
you know, this is exactly what happened. He was a Vezina Trophy finalist for the Islanders. We bring him in, and we have Crawford, and it's like,
it's not going to work.
What's going on here?
We intended on winning, and it clearly didn't go that way. But yeah, it's. I don't know. I mean, we can definitely get something decent for him, even though he's very old and he's only got a year left on his contract, I believe. So, I mean, he's only got this year left. So, I think a contender, if they get desperate enough and we get the right package, I wouldn't be opposed to it, you know, just because you got to look towards the future, and our young core isn't all that great. You know? So,
they're still developing.
Yeah, they're getting old too.
Yeah,
sucks
exactly.
to see Taze and Kane getting old.
I know. Kane's still putting on, but Taze doesn't even have a goal this year.
I know.
Yeah, I know. He's been close. He's been close a few times, especially in some of the shootouts. But yeah, I mean, you hate to see it. And Kirby Doc's just like it feels like he's learning off of that.
I know.
Kirby Doc shows a lot of signs of hesitation a lot, you know? Like when he has too much time to think about it, he just always seems to hesitate 100%. A lot.
I feel like he's in that mind of like being an enforcer this year though, because you always see him at the front of the net now.
Yeah.
You always see him fighting when someone gets hurt. I feel like he's like our enforcer now, but I feel like he should switch back. I feel like he should do both.
No, 100%.
I feel like he's taking that role.
It can't be one or the other. It should be both.
Yeah. I don't know if he'll ever be like a superstar player, but I think he'll just be a very solid.
100%. He'll be a solid like franchise player, I'd say.
Yeah, exactly. But he'll never be like a MVP.
I mean, but we need Taze and Doc to step it up if we want any chance of even possibly going to the playoffs.
We need more firepower on offense, I think. I think Seth Jones is
leading the team in points.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Which is just
as an absurd.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
he's amazing.
Yeah, he's been good.
He's lived up. Yeah, people were a little low on him to start off the season, but I mean his offensive game has been a lot better than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's been better than our forwards. I mean, it's crazy.
It's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. But
yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, our goals for this year, I mean, we're near the bottom of the league in goals scored this year, but our defense is okay. It's our goaltending's coming around.
Has its nights. Yeah. Fleury's been amazing lately, but you know,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we're trending upwards right now. So
wait, so they want to? Let me get this straight. They want to trade him to a contender, possibly.
I believe so.
Yeah,
and then get the package.
Okay.
Someone who feels like
win now
Fleury
mentality.
can push
Yeah.
them over the top in the playoffs.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. I mean, I'm for that. I feel like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be teams, and say a goalie gets hurt or something like
Because
that. You
clearly,
never know.
Fleury at 37 is not the goalie of our future. You
No,
know what
exactly.
I mean?
Yeah, you
He's
got to
just-
build on our future.
He's just
Mhm.
nice to have now. He's
Exactly.
just a necessity, you know.
So, yeah.
It's like the White Sox with that Chris Sale trade.
Yeah.
You got to do the same thing. I mean, he was
Honestly.
good, but I mean,
Yeah,
you got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. You kind of just gotta chop it up this year, especially
Mhm.
if we're not gonna go on a run anytime soon. But you never know. You never know. I
Mhm.
mean, I'm not gonna never say never, but you know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting to see the rest of the year. I'm not as high, like, excited-wise, I'd say, as I am for the Bulls, but I don't
Yeah.
know. If we can make a playoff push even, I still like watching the Blackhawks.
Yeah,
so,
they have
Yeah.
some nice nights,
Mhm.
you know. So
for sure. And Kane in the shootout. I mean, the last two shootouts, he's electric.
the slowdown every time.
He
Insane.
is the best shootout taker.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think, in all of the NHL.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And, like, in the
without a doubt.
history.
Yeah.
This is was the Islanders, right? When he scored last, it was a couple days ago.
Yeah.
yeah,
When
it
he
was
went
the
over
Islanders.
above.
It was the most smooth goal I feel like I've
I
ever
know.
seen.
You were we were watching that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He literally just instantly turned around. And he was like, yeah.
He's like,
I've been
well,
here before.
he's
Does
like,
it,
I do
dude.
this. I do this. Yeah. We can move on from the Blackhawks. White Sox. They signed reliever Kendall Graveman to 3 years, $24 million.
Yeah.
We kind of needed that, I'd say, just with how Kimbrel has been struggling. you
Yeah,
know.
he's instantly gonna slot in when Kimbrel's gonna be dealt, because there's no doubt that he's gonna be gone.
Yeah, we have no reason to keep him.
Yeah, $8 million a year, not bad. He had a great season last year. It was his first full season as a reliever, and he showed some flashes. He's got some nasty stuff,
Mhm.
Especially with the Astros last year. You could see it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. To be honest with you,
Mhm.
like I said, Craig Kimbrel's gone, so
Yeah, hopefully we can get something for him.
yeah, I
Hopefully
really
we can get we need a second baseman.
I still think we can.
yeah I think
Well, I think he's still elite. I
Mhm.
mean,
yeah, no doubt.
he's just not a reliever. He's a closer.
He's
Yeah.
got some great value to him. I think the Phillies deal that's been rumored for so long is so it's got to happen
yeah.
with Gene Segura
Mhm.
and potentially Rafael Marchand. And
Mhm.
yeah, I think that would be such a perfect deal for both sides too. I'd be a
Oh,
big fan of it.
100%, yeah.
I know Segura gets paid the same amount as Kimbrel, which that's probably a little too much for Gene Segura, but
yeah.
I don't mind it though, because he's very serviceable at second base.
No, yeah,
especially. He's
100%. And
decent.
I mean, that's a position that we're kind of fiending for,
I'd
right?
rather
Yeah.
have him than Larry Garcia.
Yeah.
No doubt. I think Leori's the perfect utility guy.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
We signed him to a 3-year deal. Was it 3 year?
3 years.
15 million? Yeah, 3 years,
I
$15
liked
million
it.
dollars.
Yeah, something
I don't
around
mind
that.
that at
Yeah,
all.
it-
That's perfect
yeah.
for him.
I mean, Larry
Uh,
Legend, you know?
Yeah.
He only got that because of that hit and game.
Yeah.
That homer.
Yeah. I mean, people hate on him a little too much. I mean, he's
Oh,
not meant
yeah.
to play every day, though. That's not his role. He's meant
Yeah.
to just fill in the gaps.
And
you
he's
know?
our longest tenured player, too. He's kind of like the heart and soul of the
He
team, I
got
feel like, in a
traded
way.
for Alex Rios. It feels like I
That's
was
how long ago
I was
it
literally a
was.
child when you like. That
There's
doesn't
a
even
name.
feel
I
like
had
real.
I had Rios' jersey back in the day. Dude, it was
I think
awesome.
I had a Rio
It
shirt.
was probably like a kid's medium. That's
Oh,
how
yeah.
long ago it was.
I also had a Gordon Beckham one, dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
me too.
Beckham. Yeah.
Man, that's how long ago that he got traded
Wow.
to us.
And that was from was he with the Rangers then?
Yeah, he
Okay.
was just coming up. It was 2013, I want to say, and then
Mhm.
Abreu was 2014.
Yeah.
So,
That's just crazy. That's crazy
yeah,
to me.
it just makes
But-
no sense in my head how that
Yeah.
correlates. But yeah, it's
No,
weird.
I mean, it's going to be interesting. We do need a everyday second baseman though,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And the second baseman market really out there isn't much. So
No.
After
it's got to come
Simeon's
through
gone,
trade.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
nothing.
So, and I thought Adam Frazier could have been another option. Obviously, he got traded to Mariners, so
Mhm.
it's interesting. But I think for sure in free agency we're gonna sign potentially a starting pitcher, because Rick Hahn's kind of stressed that a lot. A right fielder, no doubt in my mind. I'd like to see it be Conforto. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
And then
Sox Twitter's been pushing for that.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and then another middle reliever, hopefully Ryan Tepera.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to re-sign him.
Yeah, I
So
like
what,
him a
what do you
lot.
think the Adam Engel situation is going to be like?
I think he's just a platoon kind of guy. He's a defensive replacement. I think he's really solid, though. I
Mhm.
really like him a lot. I think he deserves some decent at bats, but you'd like to see a commodity out there that
Mhm.
you kind of know what he is, you
Yeah.
know. And we need some left-handed presence in the lineup, and I think Michael Conforto does that.
And
I also like Kyle Schwarber too. But keep going.
yeah, I mean, Engel just wasn't healthy last year either. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
he's had
And that was
some-
very frustrating.
He's had some lingering leg issues, which is
Mhm.
kind of annoying, but
Mhm. and a
yeah.
little concerning.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind him though. He's gotten better every year as far as the play goes, and he's elite defensively.
He's always been robbing home runs left and right.
But I'd like this. I'm curious to see if they sign a right fielder, how it's going to go with Andrew Vaughn and Gavin Sheets getting some ABs too.
Yeah.
Like, are they going to mix in at DH? Are they going to get some right field opportunities? Are they going to mix in at left field maybe a little bit? Who knows?
And then how much longer is Abreu going to be able to play first before he's a DH?
I don't know. He's going into his last year on his deal. I feel like they're just going to keep re-signing him until he's done playing.
Yeah, he's going to die at White Sox.
I
feel like
so.
he wants to play. He said he wants to play first baseman as long as he can.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're not just going to stop him, but I feel like that is tough with Sheets and then Vaughn as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's the dilemma.
Vaughn was a great outfielder for his first year too.
Yeah,
for not playing
really
there before. Just the transition. He did a really good job.
And his numbers didn't come out all that great, but I was really encouraged with what I saw.
Yeah, it's about what you see.
And then
he hits that rookie wall.
Yeah.
Defensively, Abreu, what is he, like kind of middle of the pack?
Yeah,
like
he's
lower
okay.
tier?
He's like indifferent
baseman.
kind of. Like he's about like average, I guess you would say. Yeah, he doesn't really help you that much. He doesn't hurt you either. So, I mean, he's fine. I just hope they don't hang on to him too long to where he's hurting our team or hurting the development of the other guys, you know? Like, I get the emotional factor, but
it's kind of like,
more about
you know what reminds me
team.
of that is Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Because they have a very young team that's, I think, is going to be scary in a few years, but it's like he's just there, and he's 38 years old.
I'm just happy we didn't sign Jose Abreu to a mega deal like that.
Yeah.
Miguel Cabrera's getting paid. He's getting paid the bag next year.
Is it his last year?
No, he's got a year after that.
Yachty's last year, right? This is
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Molina said this is going to be his
So you're
last year.
telling me Miggy's coming back for another year, and
He's
maybe another one?
Yeah, he's getting paid 30 plus both years.
That's actually
Oh, you gotta love
brutal.
Detroit.
That's a
And
bit
you
of
gotta
an
love
oversight.
Detroit. And then what did they sign Baez? Like 100
Oh
mil?
my God, he got overpaid.
He got It was like 5 years.
Yeah,
one something. It was insane.
He got overpaid.
I was laughing on Twitter because the fans were hoping for Story and Correa, and I was like,
and then you
hey,
get Baez.
I mean, I'll take that any day as a White Sox fan. You can
I'm
have Javi. You can have Javi. He's not gonna
our pitching. Good luck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's my first reaction was like, man, I can't wait to see those Dylan Cease sliders away every at bat.
Because Javi is an elite defender, but at points he's an absolute liability at the plate.
He's so streaky as a hitter. He can't lead. Like I don't see him being a force in the middle of the lineup. You know what I mean? He's the perfect.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's the perfect 6-hole. You know what I mean? Like he's never gonna be your. He's never gonna be your 2,
he's
your
not
3, your
consistent
4.
enough.
I mean, if he's your 2, your 3, or your 4, your lineup probably isn't that deep. You know, like he has flashes or he has like a couple weak stretches of just being like absolutely dominant and he's hitting everything, but there's other stretches where he's like 0 for 15 with 10 Ks.
Exactly.
You know? So it's like.
Exactly.
I don't know. He's not a bad player. Don't get me wrong.
No, he's not.
Man.
I think he's a little overrated though.
Yeah.
He's overrated.
No doubt. I mean, he's got that exciting factor though. I mean,
Yeah. He's gonna put people in the stands.
No doubt.
That's pretty much why they gave him the money.
Yeah, I'm just happy they didn't get Correa because
Oh
that
my
guy.
God.
That would have been terrible.
He would be so annoying to face. Like I
seen him.
He's so elite.
Yeah.
And he's just, I don't know, he's just frustrating.
Yeah, he's just so good.
And then with the lockout, I mean, how long do you think this is gonna last? There's no telling, really, you know.
I have no idea.
And with that, all the signings came to a halt, right?
Yep, they
Okay.
can't even talk to the players.
Yeah.
Did you see the thing where they removed all the players' faces and all the names off the
Yeah.
website? It's
And
just,
all their new Twitter profile pictures are like silhouettes.
yeah, that's actually pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie.
That's.
But-
I mean, it sucks though. Like especially with White Sox fans and the place we're at right now. Like next year is gonna be so exciting. And
Yeah, it's so aggravating. Literally,
we need a big signing.
Yeah, like
we do.
Yeah, I really think Michael Conforto's that guy. To be honest with you.
Yeah, me too. That would be a perfect fit for us too. So.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what he's going to get, but I think it makes a lot of sense for both sides. I know he had a down year last year, but I really think he's going to bounce back. Because if you look at his numbers from years past, he hovers around the 820, 850 OPS mark, and he's a solid defender. So I think it makes a lot of sense.
And then just moving on from that, the last thing we could touch on is the Cubs. They signed Marcus Stroman 3 years, $71 million. I know our buddy Eli is pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, Eli, if you're listening, I'm sorry before this, but yeah, I think he got overpaid.
He's exciting, but I seen something. He's like the first player to wear number 0 for
yeah,
the Cubs,
yeah.
and someone
that's
goes, "Yeah, it's
cool.
the best thing he's gonna do all year."
Yeah, that's cool and all. I don't see it like as like just as like the way their organization is built right now.
Mhm.
I don't think the roster around them is good enough to go out and sign Marcus Stroman and then sign another starting pitcher and then sign like I don't know, one of the shortstops. I still don't think they're good enough to make the playoffs.
It's just like I feel like the Cubs are in one of the most strange situations ever. I say that because they had a bunch of rookies that were in their late 20s, early 30s. Like, how do you even judge
that overachieved greatly?
How do you even? Because you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, because they're so new in the majors, but they're already 30 years old.
Yeah, and a lot of them are so due for regression that like I'm gonna sound like such a Cubs hater here, but this is just me being realistic, completely unbiased. Patrick Wisdom had a 40% K rate last year. Like, you can't expect him to hold up the same numbers if he's striking out that much. Like, I'm sorry, he didn't walk enough. Like, it's just not gonna fit for like another full year. I'm sorry.
And then Schwindel was a rookie too, right?
Yeah,
Schwindel, yeah, he actually had a good season.
Yeah, he had a good season, but it just didn't. It only lasted a couple months, so you can't bank on a guy like that. You know, like obviously he could be something. I'm not saying these guys are gonna go out and not be good.
And Abreu did come in the league at 27 too.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know, it's like kind of a similar situation.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to be a hater or anything like that, but it's just weird that they're banking on these guys to help them go out and compete. I felt like they should just have it as being a rebuilding year. You know what I mean? Like they should just try to build the farm system up and then gradually get better instead of trying to cut corners. It feels like
it does feel like because they're in a retool, not a rebuild. They have to rebuild.
Yeah, they just
100%
to
they
be
have too many
successful.
holes in their team. You know,
they don't have a superstar other than probably
exactly.
I think Stroman and Contreras are the only people I can name on that team that like have an impact.
And who's to say?
Contreras might be gone because they just signed Yan Gomez.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. What's gonna go on with that situation?
Talk to Eli.
Yeah, really.
It's his problem.
It is his problem.
I don't know. I really don't know. There's been talks with them dealing Contreras, so it's interesting. I don't know what their plan is. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like their farm system was ranked 19th in baseball last year, so it's like you can't just cut corners on a rebuild. You got to build up the young core. So I don't understand it. I really don't.
I don't
like.
either.
That's fine going out and signing Marcus Stroman for 3 years. I get it, but I just don't like. If for the Cubs fans that think they're going to go out and compete this year, I just don't. I don't get it.
I feel like that's a signing that kind of just holds the fans over for a little bit. You know what I mean?
I get it. Yeah, I like him as a player. I think he's a solid player, but I think he got overpaid compared to what the market value was.
I think Madrigal is going to be a solid player for them as well.
Yeah, I don't mind him at all.
And Cody Hoyer is a decent player too. You know.
Yeah, he's okay. I think he's got great stuff and he has great potential. But as it stands right now, if he's your closer, you're not satisfied with that. You know. But yeah, everything around it just isn't all that great.
And then is
either.
Hendricks? What's his situation?
He's with the team. He's on a good team friendly contract, but he's not like he's just solid, you know.
Yeah.
Like they got Adbert Alzolay, who's still like he's got a lot of potential, but he's still a question mark. And then Justin Steele, who's kind of the same boat, maybe a little less potential, but yeah, just about. I mean, they still got Jason Hayward also getting the bag. But
and I mean,
he paid like $28 million next year or something like that. So
how did he do at the plate last year? It was.
I mean, did about as much as I did at the plate last year. So he just had more opportunities. So.
Oh, that's too good. That's too good.
Yeah, I mean it's
just like when
he's
you
an elite defender though.
It's just like seeing these teams that are stuck with these players. It's brutal. It's like the Bobby Bonilla situation where he's getting paid over $1 million every year.
Every 4th of July,
except Jason's getting it all at once.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's brutal. Gavin, would you say you kind of like look up to a certain major league player, like you model your game after somebody, or?
I have someone that I think you're gonna say, but keep going.
No, I don't think you will. I mean, who I really like right now, I like watching Stroman just for his personality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
That's
I also really like Dylan Cease.
Okay.
It's a different one, but I like the way how he's relaxed up there. I like the way his slider moves. I love his curveball.
Okay.
I mean, I love everything about him.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone like all time too? Like as far as past players?
All time? Oh. Are we talking about pitchers or just all time players?
Pitchers and
pitchers.
players.
Oh, I don't even know. Dude, players.
There's one guy that I was thinking just because you're a lefty.
Who?
Mark Burley. That's what
Mark
I thought you were
Burley.
thinking.
Yeah. I don't really.
Just because he was the crafty lefty.
He was, yeah. But one guy who I always get hate for and who I always will love is Gordon Beckham.
Okay.
I love Gordon
That's
Beckham,
so
and
funny.
I always love watching.
Coming
him.
into the league, we were like other fans were so.
Oh
high
yeah,
on
I
him.
was so quick to jump on that Gordon Beckham
Dude, I
train.
loved Gordon Beckham.
Yeah.
I loved his walk-up song, "You're Loved by the Outfield."
Oh,
An
that's
absolute
electric.
I mean,
Electric
everything
tune.
I love about him.
That's another thing that hurt me this year. "Sweet Child of Mine" was such a great song to come out to, and I was so hyped for that. And then for him not to live up to expectations just hurt me so much. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like it just felt that was so perfect every time. But yeah.
And then Beckham's been calling some games. He's been filling in for us.
Yeah, he's not bad
Yeah.
in the post game shows and stuff too.
Yeah.
He gets hate on Twitter, but
I don't mind him personally.
Everyone's gonna get hate on Twitter.
Yeah. If you're listening, Gordon, we like you, all right?
Yeah.
Come on the podcast.
Yeah, for real. Who's your favorite player on the Sox besides Dylan Cease that you're just like the most excited for?
Oh, I would say position player. I would say Luis Robert, just because his future. I feel like he's gonna be.
That's a great pick.
I feel like he's like the next big thing.
Yeah.
Like he's literally Cuban Mike Trout. And then for pitcher, Michael Kopech.
Okay.
It's gotta be Michael Kopech.
So
I'm
solid.
excited for
Both
him
those
to come.
picks.
Him
Honestly.
becoming a starter, right?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And
I'd
then-
probably say both of those players if you asked me to.
Yeah.
The future's bright.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite two
100%.
players on the team are definitely Luis Robert and Yoel Moncada. So yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I gotta say Yoel Moncada for the Sox chat.
Yeah, he's
for all the
so-
guys in there.
Oh,
GD
yeah.
and all them they love.
Yeah. Shout out Soxtober. Yeah.
Shout out Soxtober. Yeah, Robert, I could see him being the MVP in the next couple of years, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, he might be my MVP pick next year.
Yeah.
Looking at the early odds, might play some money on that.
I would put some money on it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I put some money on Moncada this year. Probably an
I mean,
oversight. But
I can't bet because I'm a college athlete.
Oh,
we can't
yeah.
bet. We can't bet.
you know, it's all right. Not advice in quotation marks.
Exactly. Do you want to say anything else just going into the season? Like,
just come out to our games. Come check us out in the new field. Starting in the spring.
Yep.
We call it Coyote Field. They call it Cyclone Field. But, I mean, come check us out.
100%. Yeah, games will be coming up in the next couple months. Like they said, they're starting February, but regular season's kind of everything's going to roll around in March, so stay tuned for those games. Thank you guys for joining us this week. We hope you'll join us soon, and thank you.
Peace.